And in the back of the book segment tonight, McDonald's now under fire. Two Muslim women in Dearborn, Michigan have filed a $10 million discrimination lawsuit against the owner of a local McDonald's franchise and its manager. Now, the women say that the manager of the McDonald's refused to hire them and insulted them because they refused to remove their traditional Islamic headscarves in order to work at the restaurant. The company that owns that McDonald's disputes this claim and the facts. Their attorney says that they are also considering file civil rights complaints with federal and state governments. Joining us now is Hussein Ibish, the executive director for the Foundation for the Arab American Leadership. He's also the author of At the Constitution's Edge, Arab Americans and Civil Liberties in the United States. Hussein, every time I hear somebody about somebody running to court and filing a $10 million lawsuit, they kind of lose me right there, and I understand. I understand that
the amount is too much.
Want their rights vindicated, but the facts are in dispute here. That McDonald's says,
and that's why you need a trial.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly why you go to court.
Right.
Have a trier of fact, a judge or a jury, probably both. Find out who's lying.
Right. Well, let me ask you though. Let's see where this could go here for a moment. I have some sympathy for these two women if indeed this happened in this circumstance. However, let's say, for example, that two Amish women wanted to work at Hooters. But the Amish women said that they didn't want to dress provocatively. That was against their religious views. So what do you think about that claim?
It's been, well, I think it would be very difficult to sustain that because the raison d'etre of Hooters is what it is. I'm not going to bother to describe it. I think we know. So in other words, if you go to work for Hooters, you know what's expected of people who work at Hooters, and if you object to that, that's going to be a problem. It's been tested, and I think the basic arrangement that Hooters has is managed to survive.
Well, what about
McDonald's
Disneyland?
is not like that. Well, I mean, what do you mean?
What about what if you were interviewing to be Snow White or something at Disney World or walk around, but you said the only thing that you could wear is a full burqa?
Then you're not going to.
No, you can't make that claim?
No, of course not.
Well, how about a full burqa at McDonald's? Let's take it away from headscarves.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be a really interesting case, and I've been thinking about that all day, and I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. There you'd find a very interesting clash between religious accommodation and the legitimate concerns of a business in running an operation that works smoothly in our cultural climate here.
Well, what's the difference?
I think it would be very hard to sustain a burqa claim. But this is not a burqa claim. This is a headscarf claim. And let me tell you, a lot of restaurants make people... Well, no, because obviously not. Because a headscarf actually corresponds to working in a restaurant. A lot of restaurants actually ask people to cover their hair.
Headscarves don't bother. It doesn't bother me, by the way.
Exactly.
It doesn't bother me one bit.
Right, of course not. And whereas a burqa would create all kinds of issues about who is it, who's working there, and I think it would be a much more cultural distance. And I'm not sure how comfortable I'd be with it, to be absolutely honest with you. There are almost no American. Well, there are almost no American Muslim women who wear burqas, so that's not really a problem.
Yeah, but not today. But that's the whole point. We think about these issues and how they'll affect our culture, and I think a lot of people listening think, look, I'm not discriminating against anyone, but everybody wants America to accommodate them. I mean, nobody wants to accommodate our culture.
Wait a minute.
Everybody
these are
wants
Americans.
us to bend to them.
Oh, these are Americans.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking
not
about
immigrants.
the traditional culture. Again, I don't care about the headscarf.
These are African Americans. They've adopted, as far as I can tell, they're African Americans who have adopted a religion. They've adopted a sense of modesty. All they're doing is covering their hair. Or ultra-Orthodox married women do it. All kind of women do it. It's just another standard of modesty. Shouldn't bother anybody.
Well, what about the? Don't talk over me because I have a point to make here. What about the Muslim cab drivers who won't pick up individuals who are assisted by working dogs?
Yeah, they need to get another job. Yeah,
so you're against
that was ridiculous.
That?
Oh, no, they don't have a right to do that.
Are you for the foot
Of course. Why not? If people pay for it, when those guys paid for it, and they need to wash their feet, and they don't want to, people don't want other people washing their feet, why not put in foot
We need more time.
It's not complicated stuff. Religious accommodation's easy.
I think conservative Christians and Muslims on some of these issues actually agree on more issues than you'd expect.
Grover Norquist explored that. It's interesting.
We'll talk to you at some point really soon. Coming up.